is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on last year's national champion, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start. And he's coming out of the end zone. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. To the air, it's Toppins. Finds his man, it's Harper. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw on third. Got his man quickly. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. That's caught. It's Clyde. Brings into the open. They corral it out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Toppins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Cunningham. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, not a lot the defense could do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one up.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to throw, it's Toppin. He's got the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Cunningham. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's down at the 31. Brings up second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it, so can you...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Hauls it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Got his man. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25. They finally make off the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They found a way to get in the ruck, but he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Snap to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Scanning the field, it's Toppins. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking to scramble. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, NC State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Off the play fake. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
By the receiver. Walk down at the 50. Brings up 2nd down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Under fire. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the play.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And that is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll give it to the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina! And that one will put them up here in the second half. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he's going to bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds his tight end. Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Dropping back, it's Toppin. Gonna let it fly, and the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running into the open space. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Man, I'm 4th and 2. I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Quick release by the QB. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big play.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge mistakes, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. There he goes. He now has 80 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete on the right side. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I love the aggressive nature offensively there. It's fourth down, and you're going to try and go for it. And you have so much confidence in your quarterback to be able to make that play, come up with a good throw, keep the drive alive.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He wants to throw it again. Looking down the middle. Wide out trying to get it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Now they'll try to get the two and make it a three-point game late. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to... And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip pocket quickly. It's really hard to step into throws when you've got inside linebackers bringing the heat.
Looking to pass, it's Toppins. Makes the grab, it's Harper. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He takes it at the 45. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Fires left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. from the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with the W.
Completes it in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UNC! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Here comes the 2-point try. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
That decision to go for 2 is going to be questioned and criticized all throughout the rest of the year and all throughout the offseason as well. If you just kick it, you tie it, and you send this thing into overtime potentially, but now because you went for the win, you need an onside kick to have a shot to pull this one out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
North Carolina.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. How about that awareness to make the grab and immediately head for the boundary to save clock?
I mean, you can't do it any better than that. First you make the catch, run after the catch, get the first down, and get out of bounds. Perfect execution by the receiver.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This one's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking to throw on first down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And now they're going to go for two, and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. He wants to throw it. He will get there, and they take the lead with a two-point conversion. What a gutsy call. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw. It's Toppin. A deep throw as the clock winds down. He's got it along the sideline. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing that...
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good, and that's your ball game. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.